and the Eagles will get us underway. This, the first of the men's qualifiers, and perhaps the most juicy, US Eagles versus Samoa. The series is about to lose a giant. Voila, with the kickoff, and it's gathered very well indeed by a soaring Oren Bitzer on his debut season. Wants to be back for a second bite at the cherry at the top table. Swift passes out to Perry Baker on 3 tries already this weekend. He's been at the forefront of their rampaging form in Madrid through the hands of the captain. Out now to Cummings, ball to Bitzer on the wing, 1 to B, gets it done. And this is a heavyweight clash, and it's a haymaker landed straight away by the US Eagles.
We can see here the USA getting the ball across. It did extremely well for their first setup. Getting their pattern going nice and early. There's Bitzer on the edge who gets it done. Great movement of the ball, and what a start.
So good to be watching this on with Carlton Arner alongside me, a man who knows just what it takes to play under the highest of pressures, the greatest of duress. How do you frame this, KT, as a captain when you're leading your side out for a fixture where you need to be perfectly poised between desperation and intensity and composure?
I think the thing is for both skippers, you know, whatever's happened before the last couple of games, doesn't matter. Mike Friday spoke about that. It's all about this one game on the Sunday, so whatever's gone before, just park it and let's restart and go again.
Well, this time the restart is taken by the men in blue, and Samoa get a first chance to show us what they're all about in attack. They have railed, ranted and struggled in this department all season long, never scored so few tries on the series, never been so ill-disciplined, and it's discipline that costs them now, because off set the USA, hunting for a second, which they will have, and it's Lucas Lecamp, the brilliant 22-year-old who has so often set turfs alight for Mike Friday's side. They have 2.
Oh, he's a match winner, that's for sure, but look at the other match winner, getting over the ball. Does well. Perry Baker getting amongst it, turns that ball over, fantastic timing to come in and pull for that, and then from there it's just take her quickly, and this guy's been fantastic. For like Yao really stepped up to their playmaker role, and those are the 2 young guns for the USA. They've been firing shots.
Such depth in the Eagles program, and as you said, those youngsters really coming to the fore this season. They want to keep mixing it with the best teams on planet Sevens. They've got off to an absolute flyer in this one. Suitably dramatic music ringing around this place, the home of Atletico Madrid. So many high-octane fixtures played here over the years, but higher still was the bounce of Aaron Cummings, only it wasn't to claim a restart that had gone 10.
Yeah, this is where Samoa now really need to set up their play, need to be physical. They're going to call for the scrum here, which I think is a great move. A lot of the times, though, when they do spread it wide, it's been individual acts. You need to support and get that cleaner there, in particular, very quickly.
Balance and control, okay? Make sure you strike for the ball.
Well, player availability is such an issue this season. Haven't had any continuity personnel-wise, and in fact, the parachuting in of Apelo Maliko, who's been in France playing in the 3rd division there, just symptomatic of a team that have struggled to settle all season long. Swiftly away, though, from the breakdown, and now options flooding through the sunlight down the touchline. Baker's got a tackle to make, and he does so. He stops Alofipo in his tracks. Advantage now for the big men to play with. And speaking of big men, they don't come much more towering than Tanu Neolavea.
Thank you, mate.
Samoa strike back against the run of form, against all of the momentum, and there's just 7 points in it with the kick to come.
Well, they manipulated that hole. Aaron Cummings was, because it was offside, it rushed out and he got isolated there. There's no inside help, no outside help. The strong fend, they go way too high. Though Bizza, he absolutely smokes him. Noele Levea. And what a strike from the confidence they'll get out of that will be massive.
Up goes the flag, up creaks the tally. 5 points the gap with 2.5 minutes remaining on this first half as the USA Eagles women watch on. Smiles on faces now, big waves, big beams. But they know just what is at stake. This is a nation soon to be hosting a World Cup. A nation with such ambition within the sport, and you want to be at the top table to be asserting all of that. Cummings up and on to Falulau, who doesn't look like he was expecting that, but managed to whip it away to the whippet of this team. Well, the USA are scrapping for their sevens lives, all right, and they've landed another shot there.
And it's their star players coming to the fore. Look at this take, this dexterity that he needs to have that. That is a tough ball to take on your shoulder. For Liao grabs that in one motion, gives it to Perry Baker, who goes through the gears. Oh yeah, and he's top shelf, this bloke.
His 29th try of the season, one of the most important of the bunch. He's receiving a bit of attention off the back of that one, but it might just be because it's so hot out there in the sun.
Oh, it's extreme, the heat that's here. No humidity, and here's extreme runner, Perry Baker.
Well, 4 Samoans in the mix looking to claim that one, but actually it sits up. Steve Thomasin, one of the veterans of this Eagles side, is swiftest to it, and it means that they're narrow in defence. They've spotted that opportunity on the wing. The kick sits up like a dream. The ball seemingly on a string for Baker. 30 tries for 2024, and with 30 seconds remaining, the USA are so in control of this one.
And look at this kid, Naima, for Liao. He is just running the cutter at the moment. Puts the ball onto his foot. Look at the way it bounces perfectly up for Perry Baker.
Please.
Only needs one hand to take it as well. He'll get a first half double.
Well, they are well-dressed fans, the Eagles supporters. We've been enjoying Michael Mars tailoring all weekend long, but that's not too shabby either. Kicks a dream. As Terry Kennedy starts to sweat a little towards the top of the series leaderboards. 2 left, and you wouldn't put it past Mr. Baker. This time, Samoa get it right at the restart. Hardly seen them ball in hand. It's been such one-way traffic, but this an opportunity because Baker's just ricocheted off that tackle. No such mistake from LeCamp. He's not the tallest figure out there. They're a team of giants, the Eagles, but he really does make himself felt defensively, and that immediately stalls the momentum of this attack from Brian at Lima's men. He gave him a bit of a hairdryer treatment overnight by all accounts. Stern words.
No.
They're a side with such a lofty history. Had a brilliant season last year. I'll be livid to be in this position.
Advantage.
Out of their 22 now, Buck can only watch as the ball trickles from sweaty fingers and brings about half-time in this one. As the players head towards one another, Mike Friday in that distinctive bucket hat wanders over, hands on hips, hands now in pockets, knowing that they are halfway to safety, the Eagles leading by 26 points to 7.
Finish these next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
On the floor.
Rugby Sevens is a sport of fine margins. Matches can change in an instant, and so can the fates of teams. That's what's going to happen over the next 3 matches here in the men's qualifier. We're going to lose some mainstays of the series and get some exciting new competitors ahead of next year. Fighting for survival and trailing by 19 points are Samoa, who send that restart steepling through Madrid skies. Gather it cleanly, really well. And now options, although on an incisive line, was Opetai. Baki is now in support. This now on Osai. Granity shoulders, pulling the US defence together, exploiting it, opening up a gap on the far touchline. They will have their second through Apelu Maliku, the skipper, back in a Samoa jersey from his time in France. And when they needed him the most, coming up with a score.
Oh, the restart, all important there. They get lifted, but it just goes over a tad. And that's a good work from Maliko. Was tap that back, go straight to the hands. From there, the clear instructions from the skipper. Take it up, and then you know what? I'm going to use my footwork to bedazzle and get us back into this game.
Well, we heard Mike Friday during the break saying to his troops, next restart. It couldn't have gone much more unstuck. Brilliant from Samoa. There's a glimpse of the Samoa of the 2023 season.
Oh yeah, and that's exactly what they needed. Now they're going to become dangerous here, Samoa.
They're yet to beat the Eagles this season. Met 3 times, all of which going the way of Friday's side. But again, restarts messy, but this time discipline. Falling apart at the seams for the men in blue. Ball gifted straight back to Kevin Williams and his men.
Yeah, the problem there, he can't take out the lifter. Oh, there might be a bit of trouble here. Look, even though he's got all eyes for the ball.
He doesn't get to the ball, does he? He doesn't get to the ball, and he lands quite dangerously on his side. It's going to be a yellow.
I thought he did get to the ball, I'll be honest. He's saying no in real time, which is tough. We get the
option.
Beauty of having a replay. Let's have a look here. Oh, does he?
Big scrum here.
I think there's a competition in the air myself, because he does get to the ball at the same time. Yeah, the lift's there for sure, but he's there arriving at the same time. He's only centimetres away. Very tough.
We mentioned fine margins. Don't get much narrower than that. And Daniel Batalesio will watch on for the next 2 minutes. Shorn of a player, and perhaps soon to be shorn of their core team status. Kevin Williams in and up and away. He's so barnstorming and devastating when he gets going. Bumps off one, then rides the tackle. Hasler Camp in support. The counter up, ravenous from Samoa. They've only gone and turned it over. Here they come now with options on the far touchline, but not the handling to match the ambition.
Oh, they did all the hard work to get that ball back at the ruck. Oh man, that's been brutal from both teams in that area. There's the chop tackle. And then look at this, they come in numbers brilliantly. Kevin Williams finding it tough even to get that ball back.
Push before the ball's in, just stay static, okay?
And from there, oh, he has better skills than that. Maliko looking at the defender rather than taking the ball first.
Yeah, we need your guy to stop pushing before the ball though. Crouch.
It all hurts that bit more. It's all that more draining and grating and exasperating when there's so much on the line. Just the one score in this second half. Samoa's one. Williams drawing the advantage, hand on his headgear there, and now spreading it wide are the Eagles, spreading their wings and looking to soar back onto the series for next year. We'll come back for the advantage.
Now, what do you do if you're USA? I don't think they've still got the one-man advantage. Here we go.
Playing with 7 up against a tired and stressed Samoan defensive wall of 6. Thomasin pops it up, pops it out. Bitzer has his second. And the Eagles furious to find themselves in this position and taking it out on the men in blue to great effect.
Just shifting the ball into space has been a real feature. You can see there Thomasin just calling it out. Cummins has been fantastic, but more doing all the nasty work rather than his bullocky runs we're used to seeing him do. And he just pushes it out, just a little bit more comfortable now.
Bitzer just 23, but really earning his stripes on the series this year. His sister plays for the US Eagles as well. Incredibly athletic family.
Number 21, sorry.
And now, perhaps an expected change from Mike Friday. He's brought on some real experience to just see out this game, to manage the final few minutes. Madison Hughes, what a trump card to be able to pull from your pack.
Oh, the ex-skipper with all the ultra experience. Yeah, man, they call him the closer, and that's exactly the reason why with 3 minutes left.
Hughes tasked with marshalling and galvanising the closing, but it's come unstuck again at the line out, and it's the try scorer with the ball inside. Feverish tackling from the Eagles, shots raining in for now, holding out the Samoans, who are champing at the bit for a third score and will be denied it.
And this is exactly what Mike Friday spoke about at half-time. Chop tackle and then erupt at the ruck, and that's exactly what they did. It's bits of the dual try scorer. Man, that guy's got an engine for sure. But there's the chop, there's the ball. Look at the numbers in and around the pill for the USA, and that's where they go and erupt, as they call it.
Can you feel the intensity, KT? Can you see that these players know what's at stake?
Oh, for sure. And their mannerisms and their body shape. That's how they're all about business. Even their coach, Mike Friday, he came out way before the team and just sat there. Wise lonesome in his own thoughts. Even at half-time, he didn't engage as he normally does. He let the players have their moment, and then he came in with about 20 seconds left.
Williams, who played his 50th out in Los Angeles before home fans. What a tournament the Eagles had then. Gets the pass away, and it's there in as first receiver. And oh, it's an absolutely scintillating hurtle from the blocks. Streak clear, tape break, dot down. Lucas Lecamp. It's the try of the game. It deserved all the pyrotechnics, and it might just have seen the USA through to the season next year.
Look at him just breach the defence. It's just the one up, and then he just slices through. Lucas Lecamp. Oh, this would be a great view of it. You see, when he jumps in the air, the defender stops his feet, and he's quicker to get off to the mark. Those first 3 steps are just so electric from Lucas Lecamp.
Well, the fans absolutely loved it. Kick would bring the USA up to the 40-point mark, which they do, and it's Lightning Lecamp at the heart of it. 60 seconds to play. Surely the gap now unbridgeable for Samoa.
Oh, you think about the players have gone by for Manu Samoa when they won on the series in Las Vegas. But now they'll have to go all the way back around and try and re-qualify to get back on the series. But the USA, you got to say, have been dominant in this one.
Well, the ball played. The closer not quite on the money there.
Mark.
Well, this man has been around the stadium all weekend in the finest pair of denim budgie smugglers, perhaps the only pair of denim budgie smugglers you will ever see. He approves. 40 plays 14. Samoa will be relegated, but they'll want to finish with a flourish to just remind everybody here in Madrid what they are about, the heights they hope to reach again in the future. Tired bodies out there as the hooter sounds. It's been intense, this. It's been breathless. There have been moments of brilliance from the Eagles, who clearly had a plan and have executed it under all sorts of pressure. But they're greedy. They want another. They want to rubber stamp their ticket on the series next year. Won't do on this occasion, because the ball has been knocked on, plucked by Pauletti Slater, who's got Unufe for company, but shrugs him off, gets the offload away to his captain, and Apelu Maliku will have his second of the match. It's too little too late for Samoa, but they will leave this second half with something.
They have the final say in this one, and it's the power game. Peter Vita, he should have given that ball. He doesn't. He turns the ball over. Oh, beat it, he reckons Maliko. He'll get a double in this game. But unfortunately, they just didn't have enough, Samoa.
Well, they haven't had enough all season, and when it mattered most, they didn't have enough. Not by 21 points. as the US Eagles live to fight another day after drawing the formidable short straw of Samoa in this qualifier. They've been on the series since 2008, and they will continue to mix it with the world's very best. An emphatic, clinical performance from Mike Friday's men when it mattered the most.